Just start recording now. It is 8:14, and there is a line of storms rolling down the mountain. And there's two lines. There's a little line, and then there's the main line. And I'll be honest, I'm not really interested in the main line. I'm interested in the little line in front of the main line. Because in the little line, unfortunately, we're right in a dead zone, radar-wise, but from what I can make out, there's a lot of red and green velocity mixing going on in this little mini front line. And I know the SPC has like a 2 to 5%, and it's May, so I want to go see if there's little swirly dangly bits. I doubt it, but we're going to go look and find out. Currently the stuff is moving east, southeast-ish. In some of the storms are moving at a bristling 55, 60 mile an hour. Some of them are just walking around at 30. So it'll be interesting to see. I expect the main line is going to overtake the little line here in the next 45 minutes to an hour. So that's what's going on there. I'm recording this just so that way I can also think out loud in a presentable way to also make my brain make sense. And in case I see anything cool, you'll get to see it too. Many times I've gone to do this and I said, I'll record when I get there, and I see stuff on the way and I'm like, oh, I should have taken a picture of that. And I can't take pictures while driving for safety reasons, obviously. So you just get the whole unedited bit. It's just the way we're going to do this. Currently, I ain't gonna see nothing too exciting. Might see a lightning bolt here and there, which would be interesting and helpful in a way, because unfortunately, it's, like I said, it's 8:15 in May, so it's not dark, but it's going to be soon, especially with the way the clouds are. And right now, they're just a big blue mass. And of course, there's trees in the way. Welcome to North Carolina. There's always trees in the way. But the good thing is I know these here parts, and I know us of a couple of roads that might help us out just a little bit. It's all about getting the right vantage points. Yeah, you can make out in the video, though, how dark it is up in front of me. It's got that spring afternoon darkness to it, because if you look over to my left shoulder, which you can't, it just looks like a nice evening, which is interesting because to my left is basically east. I'm trying to do this what we're looking at up in front of us is the main line. It's doing the thing is basically doing a diagonal from, say, Danville down to, say, Wilkesboro, is what it's a very steep diagonal. Yeah, so that's gonna be something. Right. Now we should be heading basically east, southeast is the way we're driving at this moment in time. I want to try and stay ahead of it. It's one of my big things. It's really tempting to drive towards it. But no, you got to drive with it and then turn and look back and then keep going. Because once you're behind it, you can't see. Yeah. Yeah. See now how we get to a big empty farming field? That's the secret. We're going to go. We're going to turn around here in a little bit, I think. Because what's behind me is what's interesting right now. Though, we're still very far out ahead of it. I'm probably going to cut north here in a moment. Get on some freeway action so I can cover some distance. It being 8 o'clock, the traffic on the freeway right about now shouldn't be too bad. Too bad, he says, hopefully. Yeah, let me think. Yeah, using my mirrors, yeah, nothing too interesting, which makes sense, because, yeah, we do need to go west a little bit. Just a little bit. Because, like I said, the diagonal line of the storms is quite steep, if you will. Like I said, the bottom half hasn't... The main area that I was looking at the radar, which I can't look at it anymore, but was basically right about to hit where 421 and 77 cross, north of Statesville. I just realized where 421 and 77 cross doesn't have a town, but 40 and 77 do. The things you don't think about until it's just far, far, far too late. Okay. I didn't know my phone did that. The more you know. Again, not a lot of details we can make out through the fields. Well, that's the good thing about a freeway also, is you get that nice wide right of way, so you get a little bit of vantage point. It's not near as good as a field is, though. But especially if you can get on a hill. Yeah, it's already at that point where I want to turn my lights on. Now we're behind someone who wants to do 35 in a 45. So we're going to just get to look at a CRV for a little while. That's all we're going to get to do. Do I want to cut north on 109 or do I want to go all the way to 73? 73? Yeah, 73. Yeah. The 109 is going to have that hill and gully, and we might... Both would get us to 40. I'm actually leaning towards 109. Because it's still going to be pretty brisk. It's a 55 mile an hour state highway. And it's got that hill and gully. Welcome to the Piedmont. And the tops of the hills are key. So, yeah, now we're turning more. We're now facing, I would say, northwest-ish. Oh, and there's immediately lightning in front of me. Yes, I have made a good decision, I feel. I may be wrong completely, but it feels like a good decision. Though, again, I can't make out much details. I don't have much contrast going on here. You know, I was hoping for darker gray, more menacing clouds, but they're just blue. They're very camouflaged clouds. Yeah, that's what we'll call them. They got their light bulbs on. They must be having a parties or something. So yeah, if y'all see anything cool or exciting, say something, because I gotta focus on not dying, because, you know, traffic, etc. There's a bunch of side streets people will pull out. Like I said, though, hill and gully. There's a gully. Hill. And now we go back down to the gully again. Yeah. And here's the power lines we've crossed under twice now. We can do it a third time. Which is helpful. Yeah, I need more westness. Need to be more west. Especially at the rate it's moving. In my mind, I'm picturing myself sort of getting a good view of it to begin with about when I get close to 40 and 52, maybe. I just kind of want to come in at a wide angle so I don't clobber myself. That's why I've come all the way out to 109, and now I'm cutting back into Winston-Salem, pretty much perpendicular to the line-ish. Yeah, you can see some of it, but again, here's another cloud to cloud, flash. I mean, I could, if I really wanted to, I could actually go up 52 towards Pilot Mountain and get a pretty good view of it. But at that point, I think it's already there. You know, I'm not, and that's not the line I'm after. The line I'm after, to be honest, the best looking cell is in Charlotte right now. I ain't gonna catch that one. I can't go that fast. Now you can actually sort of get a sense of how dark and foreboding it is in front of us. It's not nothing. Like, yeah, there we go. Now you can see that something's cooking. We got a little something here to work on. Ain't just a afternoon thunderstorm. A little something extra. Just a little something extra, man, but something extra. Yeah. Now we get to I-40, Interstate 40s. Yeah, we're gonna get 40 west. We're gonna see what's cooking. Because we know the line that's what you're looking at directly in front of us is what's the main line, basically, on the north side of 40 is what it looked like. All of that up there is just one big line. It's already got a big severe thunderstorm warning on it. It's just it's your standard line, if you will. Your standard cold front line. But down here in the lower Piedmont here, there appears to be, like I said, a little line in front of the big line. And this is going off of the National Weather Service's brilliant new radar. I don't like the new radar. It takes so long to freaking load. But we won't talk about that right now. That's not important, because I can't look at it right now anyway. Yeah, now you can sort of see. Yeah. I just got the telephone camera just set to record. I don't have no fancy settings because I don't know what half of them mean. Yeah, even though it's 8:30, it's Winston-Salem, so traffic's not nothing. But yeah, now we can see what we're cooking with here. Yeah, now I'm at 40 and 52. Yeah, now you see we cooking with something. Yes, sir, Bob. We got something to cook with here. Though I'm not seeing what I want to see. I'm looking for that. Trying to remember all my twaining here. And again, like I said, I'm not expecting much. Because from what I could tell, there was some there. A little bit of rotation. But I'm talking really, really nothing. But if it's growing, which I don't know if it is or not, we're going to find out. Yeah, now you can sort of see, oh yeah, nice and dark, real dark. Alright, you guys behind me cruise control's shut off for some reason. I'm just seeing scud and like a quote-unquote wall cloud. I think that's what I'm looking at. Because you can tell there's a point where the clouds change color very distinctly. It's just, you know, it's hard to say. I don't get to look at this stuff as often as professionals do, so if it sounds like I know what I'm doing, then the trick is working. You're like, this guy don't know nothing. Then yeah, you're smarter than I am. Oh yeah. Yeah, but yeah, the camera's picking up. You can see where the cloud, where there's the dark bottom and there's the like ridgy bit. So I don't know if that's quote unquote wall cloud or just the wall line of storms. But you can see how dark it's getting in front of us now. Heck, it's actually, I can see more detail with the phone. That's interesting. I can actually tell where the bottom is. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, okay. Oh, good golly. It's spooky. Yeah. Yeah, now we're cooking with something. I'm thinking. Oh, yeah, that was something. I'm thinking. I'm about to come up to the 44-21 split, okay? I'm thinking. Last time I saw this sort of scenario, I ended up taking 421 and drove right into it, basically, and I don't want to do that. So what I'm going to do this time, you can genuinely make out more detail on the phone. How is that a thing? We're going to stick to 40 here. And we're yeah, because we're coming into it. We need to get to 40, go down a couple exits, and then actually turn around. Because it's about to get real. Yeah. Now I can actually see the... Yeah. Okay. Oh, that lightning flash helped a lot. That's what we need, is lightning flashes. Lightning, the world's best backlighting. Yeah. Yeah, this was the right call. This was the right call. Now you can see, yeah. What is it, when it's a line, isn't it called a shelf cloud? That sounds right. And when it's more of a supercell deal, it's a wall cloud. Which is interesting when you think about it, because a wall is typically bigger than a shelf, but the shelf is supposed to be the big version. The things that you think about. I don't quite want to go all the way down to Moxville, but I might, because then I could hit 64. And 64 might be my best friend. I don't know. I'm going to have to think about that. Because right now, there's trees in my way. I need to actually, if anything, be driving the other direction, but from way down there. Because the cloud formations going on right up there are really interesting. Yeah, we got some stuff going on right here. I kind of do want to stop, actually. Let me. 2 miles till an exit. Yeah, that should be about the right amount of distance, too. Oh, yeah. We need to be looking right up at what we got going on right here. And I can't just stop in the middle of a freeway, obviously. But exit ramps are hills. And in the world of hills, hills are important. Starting to get a little bit of drizzle action, as I suspected. Yeah. Yeah. I've accidentally slowed down the cruise control setting. Oh, my goodness. I smell tree. Yeah. Yeah. Ooh, that was a gust. Yep. I do not want to be where I am right now. Thank you. Speed. Speed. Well, safe speed, but speed. Yeah. Yeah, and what I'm thinking, let's go ahead. See, I don't know if I should keep going on 40 so I can get down to 64 is too far away is the problem. But 40 now is taking me the wrong direction. I need a road that goes due east, basically. And I don't think that exists right now. Yes, okay, there's a ramp over there. Oh, excellent timing. Thank you, Mr. Stoplight, for your cooperation. He cooperated, just. Yeah, alright. Nope. Spooky. Alright. Cool. It's gotten too dark already. Now I've committed. Now I'm on 40's ramp. Ladies and gentlemen, it is about to get very exciting. Oop, rumble strip. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, I need to be much further east than where I am right now. It's a bag. Yeah, everybody, hold on to your everything. It's about to get interesting. What's the best road? What's the best road? I have to think about routes right now, because I need to get east. Due east quickly. Ooh, that brightness was to my left. The downdraft from the storm ain't nothing. It's pushing my car around, which I'm in a Charger, but still, you know, I ain't in a big 4x4. In something that's supposed to be quote unquote more aerodynamic. That's a little too much. And unfortunately, see, now I can't go, not safely anyway. But if it is only moving at about 50, we can get back through this. But given the angle of the dangle, we're not really getting in front of it, we're going along it. Oh yeah. For those concerned, we have dropped our speeds much slower than the speed limit 65, we're doing 60. And I've not accelerated. I'm just cruising. I'm kind of letting the speed rub off. You don't want to brake on the freeway. The visibility's still not bad. I can still see taillights of a car good 400 or 500 yards up. I don't know, those taillights have disappeared now. Good. No, that was just a hill. Okay, good. But conditions are deteriorating rapidly. I swear wipers used to be faster. That wasn't rain. That was something much bigger than rain. It had a very distinct thud. Again, the phone is actually making out better details than I can. But you can see the rain coming down in sheets going from left to right. But our rain is starting to thin out, which is good. And we are turning more east and less north, which is also good. Unfortunately, though, we may have turned around too late, which is unfortunate, but, you know, that's the downside to freeway. You don't get a lot of turning around points. And I'd argue the hazards aren't quite necessary just yet there, fella. Because that suggests we're going much slower. But we're just under the speed limit, so I think that's a bit premature. But if we keep slowing down, then yeah, you made the right call. Yeah, we're now down to 55 and a 65, and I'm going faster than everybody else. But it is, see, you can tell it's lightening up a little bit. We need to get by Mr. Truck. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the question is, do we turn down 52? Or do we go all the way for 74? Depends, really. But yeah, it's starting to lighten back up again, which means we are getting back ahead of it. Just. Yeah, so we need to, 74 I think is the right call. I want to get out in front of where the rain has already got the road wet. The road is still wet. If the road is wet, hydroplaning is an issue, so even if you can see to go fast, you cannot go fast. Not safely. Even though we're on a freeway, which is supposed to have the better water management. Yeah. It's because the way the storm is moving. Which, interestingly, from this angle now, we've lost a lot of the blue color. It's got more of a brown, almost, or an orange almost to it. Which is, I guess, just the city lights bouncing off of it, which makes sense. Alright. I really don't like my current position in the universe. Because the individual in front of me is going slowly. More slowly than I think is... And then the second I get over, that happens. I knew that was coming. Alright, good. The rain's picked up. Good. Good. Everything's going well. Yeah, because if you figure it's doing 50 and I'm doing 65, that's a difference of 15. That means it's going to take an hour to get 15 miles out in front of it. Which is about how far out in front I want to be of it right now. So, yeah. We went too deep again. We went too deep again. And the lightning has gone from, oh, there's a flicker in the distance, to concerningly frequent. And concerningly bright. And of course, since I can't listen, I can't tell if it's neggy or posy. We're definitely going 74 though. And that's going to put us more on like a southeast trajectory, which should help get us out in front of it more quickly. And again, we're also losing our, I'm going to put air quotes on the term daylight here. Granted, 30 minutes has passed, so we're well past sundown at this point. So, hoofda me. That one was a big one. I don't know where it was, but it was big. Yeah, so there's 109. That's where we came in on. So we've done a loop-de-loop, but we're going to go past our loop-de-loop. The rain has definitely, we're definitely back out into the drizzles. We're back out into the greens and the yellows of the radar, if you will, which is good. And I feel comfortable. I can tell the road is wet, but not soaked. If that. Yeah, we're starting to, yeah. Now we're cooking. We just have to be very, very careful. You know you're doing good when you can bring the wipers down a click. That's when you know you're winning. Boy, the amount of traffic that's going to be taking 74 versus 40 right now looks to be interesting. Normally 74 is not as heavy as 40, but meh. Or maybe everybody's got the same idea I did. Because we're still getting lightning out in front of us, but again, that's because of the angle of the storm. That's why 74 is going to prove to be so crucial here. I just do not like the amount of traffic that is taking this freeway, but I can't keep going due east. It'll, especially not northeast, even if it's east-northeast. That was a big one too, and very close by because it just lit up the everything. You know, if it lights up a certain side of the trees or whatnot, you can work out what was the other way. But when it just lights up everything, you know, no, it's really close. Yeah. And I just realized we're going to have to go through a slight construction zone. It's slight, but still. Which, in conditions like this where you have moisture and you may or may not have mud on the road or dirt, it turns into mud. And that's a slip risk. We're getting just those random big drops mixed in there, and I'm sorry I keep burping, I just had pizza. Person is doing about 50 right now. I'm doing 67 and a 65. And I just walked by them. Yeah, I can see leaves on the ground now too. Which, that was another big one, but that one was in fact to my left. Alright, we can bring that down a click. I really hope this weird sounding pavement ends soon. Oh, no. No. Once get out of the big fat raindrops, please. I want out of the big fat raindrops, please. More branches and leaves on the ground, which indicates to me there's some wind going on, and it's not just a little gust. It's something where oh my goodness. I really wish I could look at the radar right now, but I can't. Somebody look at the radar for me and tell me what you see. Oh my goodness. Yeah, there's Union Cross, which that's pseudo Gumtree. That's the road we were on before we got on 109. So you can sort of see the triangle. Well, you can't unless you're looking at a map. You can see the triangle I'm driving. I can, and you can too. You can see the end of the cloud line that we're under. I really wish this pavement type would end soon. It's really loud. Thank the Lord Jesus. I've had to go back up a click. Now it's one of those scenarios that even though the rain's heavy, I know the pavement isn't wet yet, as far as I can tell. Yeah. It's visibility's the main concern at this moment, which is really good, given the circumstances, especially. We're having to go back up a click again. Oh yeah, we're now out in the very front of the storm. I'm getting blown around again. This is what I want to be looking at from about 10 miles away. That was a big one and close. Most of them are occurring to my left. Which again, we're on 74, so we're pointed sort of southeast-ish. My goodness. It's definitely got some instability, because that's not nothing when it comes to lightning, especially around these airports. And it's also very helpful. Backlight. Very important. You know. Yeah, it may burn down houses and whatnot. Yeah, that's not as good. Cloud to cloud is the best kind, because it hurts no one and it helps everyone with light. So, okay. That was a very large gust. Which, because if you think about the angle of the storm right now, I'm kind of perpendicular to the line, so the blasts are coming from our right to our left, which is perpendicular to the car, which is going to be much more effective at moving the car. You know, if we're going head on, it's just going to ruin my gas mileage. If it's coming from behind me, it's going to help the gas mileage. That's it. But when it's at any sort of an angle like it is, it's no bueno. Down a click. We may even get another click, which tells me that we have successfully gotten back out. We have. So we can go down all the clicks, because it just stops. Isn't that magical? That lightning less so. Well, yes, but no. Okay. But, oh my goodness. We need to be heading this way, and this way a lot. We've set the cruise control quite aggressively. And, I don't know if the camera can pick up. Yeah, the road's dry. So we are officially back in front of the lines. See, now we've got to start thinking about, we're approaching High Point, right? Do we stay on 74? Do we pick up 62? Or do we go down 85? I don't think 85 is the right call. And 62, I don't know either, because 62 is a state highway with about a 50-mile-an-hour speed limit, but it's due east again. But also, once I get to Alamance County, it sort of stops being a due east. So it'd be a short-term solution, a long-term problem. That lightning is incredible. I have got to get to a point that would get me a good, just a good shot at it for but a moment, and then we will proceed in an orderly manner southeasterly. Yeah, I definitely, if I want to do this properly and go out into the world of the flatness, I need more than one camera. Kind of neat like that, the setup Land Rovers have for off-roading. That would be kind of convenient, actually. I guarantee you no one's thought of that, but having the feed of the, like, say, the two rear corners, or even just one rear camera that's a wide angle, to where you can see behind you, not just the cars. That's not what you care about. You care about behind you and up, to where you can just look down and just check it like you're checking your rear view mirror about what the clouds are thinking about, what their favorite color is, and all that jazz. 66, what is that? That's Johnson Street. Here's Eastchester, which is not the road we want here. And it's going to be nothing but stoplights, stop and go traffic, and it's taking us due north, which is not what we want. Repeat, not. We could take Jesus. I should have brought me a foodie pop, which we're gonna have to stop and get gas once this is all. Once we throw in the towel, we can't drive all the way to the beach. I got work tomorrow, but you know, I am gonna have to get fuel for the return home journey. My 311 sign's still up. Yeah, we could take the new High Point Road over to 73, which would take us around the bottom half of Greensboro and put us on 4085. I don't know. I don't like that. I'm just chasing that main line, which that's not the line I'm after. I need more southness. I take 74 to Asheboro, then I can actually pick up 64, like I was talking about at Moxville. But I was too far. I would have never worked out. Whee! This is a good corner. It's fun. I am thinking. It's because I'm just, driving. One of the most mesmerizing tasks known to man. You had to wait to get out of my way until I was at the bottom of the hill. It's just unfortunate that driving at this angle gets me where I need to be, yes, but I can't look at what's happening while I'm driving because it's all behind me. And can't look behind you and look in front of you at the same time. Very inconvenient, that. Now we're basically past High Point, though, which is going to help in regards to traffic is going to go down considerably, which is helpful. But it's not really our issue at the moment. I can actually see sky above me to my left. So I am pleased that I have gone the quote-unquote correct direction. However, humans something. It's just a little group of cars. They just, it's like iRobot. You open up the container and they're all on one side. Why is that? Why is it that the cars tend to travel in groups, even though none of these people know each other? But they've all sort of de factoed into this group. They're not spread out. Traffic is interesting. It says a lot about humans. But we won't get into that. That's not important. We're in weather mode. I think. Yeah, but I can't. Just let's see. There's a clover leaf there, and there. So if I go, yeah, I got an idea. Because as you can probably tell, we are approaching Interstate 85. And it being a junction with another interstate, it's a very free-flowing interchange. But it's not a full free flow. There's clover leaves in this thing. And it has a pseudo diamond with 62. So what I can do... This is the benefit of chasing where you live. This is why it's good practice to do it here. Because you know all the roads. Which is helpful. And what we're going to do is we're going to take this exit. As much as I want to take the flyover ramp, I'm not going to. Because, yeah, that would be a good shot. It then forces me on northbound 85. And I don't want that for an exceptionally long period of time. The next exit's Greensboro. We don't want that. So what we do is we shut up. We get on the CD ramps here for 62. You'll have to excuse my burping and yawning. Stupid intersection lights are not open. Then what we do is we come up here to the top like this. We slow down because, stoplight. Well, that person's just sitting there. And we just pull up to the light like this. We turn left. And then we turn left again. But this puts us on the CD ramp. for both 74 and 85. And if we stayed on that ramp, we'd end up on northbound 85, which again, is not what we want. But, oh, that was a good shot. But what it also does is it lets us rotate and look a little bit. And gives us a very nice, yes. All right, yes. I did a smart. I'm very proud of myself. I did a smart. I did a very smart. Let's go past this big bright pole light. Carefully, carefully. We're going to put our hazards on so that way everybody can see us. We're going to get way out of the beaten path here. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Sorry, I just completely covered the camera there. Yeah, we got something cooking there. I can't tell what, but it was something. Ooh, sorry, everyone. Come on, give me a lightning. I need a lightning. Yeah, that helped. That's not what I meant, though. This pole light is not helping with the contrast. All right, well then let us proceed in an orderly and safe fashion, because this pole light is getting on my tits. It's too damn bright. Because again, we're not actually on 85 right now. We're on the collector distributor ramps. But at this point, we have to make our decisions very carefully, because I believe I can do a 3/4 of a loop-de-loop, because I can take 3 clovers. But now that we're, yes, we're going to pull over here very cautiously and carefully and precisely. Yes. All right. Okay. Oh, that was beautiful. All right, everybody, we're going to go for a movement. You can sort of... That's really annoying. Yeah. Yeah, we got something going on there. All right, focus. Thank you. Yeah, that's the guy I'm curious about. But you can see the rain that we were going through. Yeah, right there. We got something cooking here. I do love how much I can make out more on the phone than I can in the flesh. It's still very warm outside too, where I'm at right now. Yeah. That's the guy we're watching, but we need to get forward. We need to move forward. All right, sorry everybody. I blacked you out here. It's because my paw's in the way. Ta-da! All right, now, do we do the loop-de-loop? Is there any benefit to doing the loop-de-loop? No, not really. Is it fun though? Yeah, but what if you're wrong? I'm wrong. Right pedal. Yeah, because that's the only flyover ramp, and I know that. Yeah. So now we're going to turn back into it, but we're going to go under. So this is definitely the boring shot. Quiet you. Quiet you. Thank you. Brightness. 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 Yeah. Yeah. So now we're facing her. All right, you be quiet, you. And we do the clover leaf again. Pro tip, by the way, if you're ever on an interstate and you realize you're going the wrong way, or you need to turn around, or you missed your exit or whatnot, and you can turn any direction when there's a clover leaf like this. If it's a full OG style where there's 4 clover leaves like this, you can literally go in circles all day long. This one you can't, because there's a flyover ramp from 74 to 85 north. It's the only one, though. Yeah. All right, everybody, don't panic. But I need to do that. Okay, good. Everything's fine. I had to turn the phone brightness down. It was just a beam of light blinding me in the face. Alright. That was a very good vantage point, but I didn't want to overstay my welcome and get stuck in it. So now what we must do is go down to the next vantage of point. And of course, traffic is thinning out because we're now getting into more of a rural area. And I can kind of keep an eye on it. Like, I'm checking my blind spot to move over a lane. But that's all I dare. Yeah, it's still got something going on. We still got something. It's genuinely one of those things of, I'm doing it right, but it could do it at any point, and I wouldn't know. You can hardly see. Stupid darkness. They got here. I blame the storms. They got here too late. They were supposed to be here at like 4, and they didn't. I was like, oh. And then I was sitting in my couch, watching my YouTubes, and I heard a little rumble of thunder, and I thought, I thought they were supposed to come later at night or earlier in the afternoon. And then I checked the radar, and then it was now. That 311 sign is still there. 311. This isn't 311 anymore. So the way I see it, that's a free sign for somebody. Because at this point, our next route decision is when we hit 73,220. And that's when we got to start making decisions. Until that point, this is the road wrong. And of course, I can take an exit and go up to the top of the exit ramp and look behind me and whatnot. Which I'm actually going to do. Because I just realized that's a thing I can do. Is it an over or an under? I can't tell. It is an over. Alright. Woo. Interstate Street. Yes. Yes. Don't have a hill where you need it, just build one. The interstate way, everyone. I have to either turn right or turn left. I can't go straight. Explain. No, I can't go straight. You lied to me, road. You lied to me. Yeah, I'm not gonna move the camera. I'm just gonna move my noggin here. We've still definitely got that same sort of wall cloud going on. And frankly, I still think this is just the main line I'm chasing. I need to get more south, is where I, based on the radar I looked at an hour ago, and I can't check it while I'm on the move, because, like I said, the new NOAA radar sucks boo-boo. So we won't talk about that right now. Sorry. It's really easy to do that when you're not. I don't know. Now we're just going on a drive. Ashboro is in 16 miles. At this rate, that's going to be in about 13 minutes. So, yeah. This would actually be really fun to live stream. I realized this would be better as a live stream right now. But also, I couldn't read chat or anything because I'm driving. I need a co-driver. That's what Pico's Hank does so much more impressive. He flies solo. That I can't. And I think he would genuinely benefit from having a situation where he's not flying solo. He has someone doing the car thing. Drive the car in a safe manner. And focus on traffic and route. Pico says, I need to go south. Then the driver figures out the best way to go south and does that. And then he can worry about trying to watch the supercell and what it's doing. Because trying to have all that go on in your head at once means you're gonna miss a step. Either it's gonna be, you're gonna miss something the storm is doing, or you're gonna miss something on the road. And both of which, when it comes to storm chasing, is very dangerous. More so the road than the storm, but with the kind of shots he gets, it can be a bit both. That's science stuff. Anywho's. You know what annoys me the most, though? I'm in a 2019 model car with the fully loaded stereo. Why does it not have a weather band built into it? Why? Why? Land Rovers have had that standard since 1988. Why is it not standard in every car? Why? It's 7 frequencies you gotta add in. It's not that hard. It really isn't. I mean, if you're willing to put the satellite radio receiver in there, even if I don't use it, put the damn weather band radio so we can use the weather radio that we pay our tax dollars with, that we get for free. Because that radar, you know what it would do? It would tell me where the storms are, roughly, and their rate of movement and direction. And if any of them were to become warned as a severe thunderstorm or a tornado, I would know which one, where, at what point, and all this information. I wouldn't know exactly, but given the fact I know the area, if something were to say it's 6 miles east-northeast of, or west-northwest of Ashboro, I know where that is approximately. It's moving in a certain direction, it's a certain speed. I can work with that. I don't really need to see the radar, I just need to know which way it's going. Which, I don't need to be the one. Anybody can extrapolate that information by pressing play and watching it move. It's not rocket science. So again, weather band radio would be really helpful. And of course I could stream it off my phone if someone's playing it, or I could just have the receiver in the car and use the car to do the card. Anyway. Well, welcome everybody. We are now getting on Interstate 73, along with still being on 74. I love modern freeways. Okay, so now we're headed due south. Arguably, not the direction we need to be headed. Then again, I do. Well, and see, at this point, it's now 9:20 local time. It's dark. I can't see nothing counting. Not a lot to talk about now. Trying to think of entertaining things to discuss. I got nothing. Just diving down the freeway now. I do think for kicks and wiggles, at the next exit, which we are quickly approaching, I'm going to take it, and I'm going to turn around, and I'm going to go northbound. Just, like I said, for kicks and wiggles. Because while I know, well, I am fairly confident that there's a line probably extending basically down Interstate 85 from, say, Lexington-ish down to maybe, say, Concord-ish. That's where the line that I was... Good Lord Jesus, that's a bright light. Even though he wasn't indicating, even if he was, I wasn't going to be able to see it because his headlights were so damn bright. I close my eyelids and I see spots. Like, it's not helpful. But I think northbound is going to help us here. We are going to end up in it. Oh, I guess it probably should turn him off. My bad. Yeah, but now we can sort of start to see what's going on, and maybe we can make a heads or tails of what we got cooking here as we drive into it again. Yeah, camera can pick that up too. You can see, if we wanted to be real fruity, we could go back up 74, but I don't think that's a good idea. Let's go just keep going due north. Which should help, because that means we're putting it more of, we're coming in at it, let's say like about a 45. Yeah. And you can see the difference in this color of the sky here. And we're going to still get the lightning too, because we're looking at it and not away from it. But I'm not seeing any distinctive features, or I'm just seeing a shelf cloud. Is what I'm, the bottom of it. Can't even see the sides of it. It's too dark. It's too dark, it's poopy. Still looks impressive though. Like, there's still clear power and instability. I wonder what the SPC joules per kilogram rating for this evening was supposed to be. If I remember, I'll Google that. I probably won't remember. Because this video is now already an hour. This has been occurring. I left the house an hour and 11 minutes ago. Neat. Another 311 sign. That road was deep. Anyway. Ooh, and you know what? We're about to get a really, really good shot here for a moment. Because we're about to cross a lake, okay? Going north on 220 here. There should be a lake here in a little bit. If I remember correctly. I ain't been up this road in a minute. But that'll give us a good view. A lake is like a big empty field. It gives you that break in the trees where you can get some more of the horizon. It's less of a just this. And we're still, I will say this, we're also still a ways out from the line. Which the gap is dropping rapidly, obviously. I'm seeing a few distinct features, but nothing too exciting. The cool thing is that right now we're looking due north, right? So the city of Greensboro, which I can say city, it's not small. It's the third largest in the state, 300K population-ish. It's got a full freeway loop around it now. It's supposed to have happened 20 years ago, but that's unimportant. Of course, it's lighting up. Yeah, should be High Rock Lake, right? Or what's the name of this lake? I couldn't tell you, but oh yeah, you can get a real good view there. Unfortunately, you can't sit on a bridge. That's a real good way to get it taken. So yeah. You know, and if it were just like a back road, I could sit on it, it'd be fine. But because I'm on a freeway, you're not supposed to do that. I mean, people do it, but you're not supposed to. It's dangerous, dude. Yeah, there's some lightning. I'll say this much. We're going to get us a good lightning show as we come into Greensboro here. That much is for sure. If it's any bit like it was when we were in Winston. I'm going to say right about now, looking up, the clouds got some, they're not happy. I'm just going to say that. especially to my left. Jesus, dude. Some people. You didn't get to see anything interesting there because it was glare on the camera too. Yeah. Like the underside, the belly of the beast here. And this is where it would be helpful if it were about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. It's 9:30, which explains the yawnage. It'd make it a lot easier to make out the details. And, you know, as we all know, that is the key, is the details. Being able to tell what kind of blob the blob of blob is. It's technical. Yeah, we're getting close to it again. Yeah, it's pushing me around again. We're going back into the beast once again. You can hear the little twinkles. The good news is there wasn't a big chance for hail. Otherwise, we would be going around like I would go to South Carolina and back to avoid hail. Ain't nobody got time for that. I saw the bolt for that one. It was at about 10 o'clock to my left, which, given the clock, that's where 10 o'clock is, so yeah. There's 62. Alright, we're approaching North Carolina Route 62. I'm considering taking that route. So I'll be 100% honest with everybody that's made it this far. If you gotta drive through a big storm like this, don't do it on the freeway. You're just asking for trouble. Because at this point, it's this, well, I ain't gonna make it now unless I do some drastic driving, and that's how people get hurt. I'm not going to. My plan is. Again, that one was about 10:30. Is take this all the way up to the Greensboro Loop and go around and get back on High Point Road, Gate City Boulevard, whatever what you want to call it. Yep. Alrighty, everybody. Still rolling off the car real good. And the precipitation is not at a rate where I can tell the road is still very much dry. Or mildly moist, we'll put it. Once it gets more of a sheen to it, where we can tell it's definitely wet, we're going to have to, which, as it's doing. Yeah. Letting off the cruise control. Winding her down a little bit. Well, we don't quite need that many settings just yet. Oh, but we're getting there. And it's some fat boys. It's not hail, but it's some fat drops. It's coming down with vengeance. You know, it's not that little drizzle, it's a rain. That's it. Is that it? I guess that was it. Mm-hmm. 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 All right, up the hill, horse. It was daylight there for a little bit. That one was bright. Still had a lot of blue to it. Probably a neggy. About to say, we should be getting close to the loop about now. And we are. That's not a confusing road sign at all. Once you see it, you'll see that that was sarcasm. That was a good one. This is going to be an interesting turn here, because we're about to be facing west. Gotta do the loop-de-loop. I don't even know how they're going to get it to where we're not. Notice how we're having to take a clover leaf to stay on Interstate 73. Yeah, that can't stay that way. And I have no idea how they're going to fix it without building an entirely new interchange over this interchange. You know, it's only money. It's only things you should have thought about when you built it the first damn time. Anywho's. And if I really hated myself, I could actually stay on 85. Or I could actually stay on 75. 53 all the way around to 40. Both are options. At least I see. Because the rain has picked back up yet again. Lightning's getting a little more consistent, interestingly. Unsurprisingly, but interestingly. Bust out all the adverbs. That one was bright. Anybody know where the lane is? Because I know it ends at some point. We'll get in this one. Yeah, this one's a good one. I like this one. Ah! I said this one. That one was pretty. I tell you what, it's going to be a good final shot, if you will. We're going to stay on this here freeway, like this, because it's going to do some lefties and some righties and some righties and some lefties. Oh, that was a good one. That one was on camera, yes. Ooh. Yeah, but what we're going to do is we're going to stay on this and we're going to get all the way around Greensboro to 40. We're going to take 40 westbound and we're going to go up that big hill towards Sandy Ridge Road. And that's going to be a really cool shot. Oh, that's, yes. Yes. I wonder how late Dairy Queen stays open. Because there's a Dairy Queen on the way home now. And I ain't had a blizzard in a hot minute. Like a hot minute. That was one of me and my work dad's favorite things to do on the way home. We had a commute from Chapel Hill to High Point. And when you can only do 68 miles an hour because you're in a company vehicle, boy, it takes a while. So yeah, there'd be days there's a Dairy Queen about halfway. We would stop and get blizzards. Good times, good times. That would definitely help with the pizza burps too. Lightning, you were so cool there for a while. What happened? I guess I'm behind it now because the road's wet, but it's not raining very hard. Aw. I didn't time it right. I do apologize to everyone. My route planning was good, but my timing was way off. This entire, and the lighting could be better, but I can't really do much about that, you know. If you didn't like the lighting, comment and tell Mother Nature she needs to step up her game. Because that would be her responsibility, not mine. Yeah, we're going to go up the quote-unquote hill. I call it a hill because you're at an incline for, well, it feels like forever, but it's probably only 2 to 3 miles here. But it is the concrete river that is 40 into Greensboro. You get about 18 lanes. And it's more about 16, but that's not the point. And then I'll probably shut the camera off, because I'm sure in an hour and a half, everyone is, if you've made it this far, all I can say is, did you not have anything better to do? Was I that entertaining? Because if so, please let me know, because I don't believe you. Ooh, that was over to my right. Yeah, I'm definitely behind it now. Yeah. You can tell because the lightning is behind me. Yeah. I got some good lightning shots in there. I know which one I'm using for the thumbnail. I got that much going for me. Ooh. Here's a puddle. Random puddle. Random puddle, random puddle. Get back into some fat ones here. These are just the stragglers, though. Yeah. You get a good, I will say this, though, if it weren't so with all the lighting and whatnot, you do get a good view. Like, if this was happening at about 3:30, this right here would be the spot to be in for looking at these storms, because you get all this width of openness, whatnot, and this is an urban freeway, as urban freeways get, which means you're kind of elevated over everything else just a little bit at minimum. And for those not around here, you'll really see what I mean here in a minute once we... It's a big hill and a big gully. So, yeah, now the camera's sort of picking that up. We just went under Gallimore Dairy Road, 68's at the bottom of the gully, and then Sandy Ridge Road's at the top of the hill across from us. So you get this big, one of the better, wide-angle views that you're going to get in the Piedmont of North Carolina, or the Piedmont of any mountain range, the foothills. You get this really good wide view, but again, my timing was horrible. There's some little bits of boobs in there, but... And again, the only downside to it being a freeway, an urban freeway, is all the lighting. The side lighting. All the street lights and whatnot. Which kind of washes out the sky. Ooh, that was a good one. That was also a good one. that's pretty much it, kids, because now we're getting to the 40-421 split. And like I don't know. The storm seems to be behind me, the main event, but lightning tends to suggest otherwise. And back up the hill again. Back up the hill again. Here's a big, beautiful flag. You can tell it's got some wind. We got some wind going on. That flag's a good representation of that. And I will say, what's amazing is we're about to go from urban freeway like this, 4 or 5 lanes, street lights aplenty, concrete, the whole shebang, right? We're about to go from this straight to rural interstate. Ooh, that was a crawler right there. Anvil crawler is what they're called, I think. The cloud's not an anvil, but now, no street lights, 2 lanes in each direction, big old grass median. Just like that, folks. Median could stand to be wider. We could have trees in the middle, which would be great. Just we keep making headlights so damn bright. Well, yeah, there she is, kids. Well, the lightning's now started to behave because I threatened to turn the camera off, so we'll keep her rolling, I guess. Oh, that was another good one. I'm going to actually run the wipers more than I need them, more for y'all's benefit. It's because I like you guys and gals. And other associated individuals. Oh, that was a good one! Yeah! In fact, let's, if we're going to get good ones like that real constant, we'll just bring it down just a little bit. Oh, that was another good one. Note to self, get new windshield wipers. It's very smeary. Put the old D of frost on real low light, because I know it's got to do with the, you know, the dew point outside is bound to be the temperature. A good one. You know what just has occurred to me, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone else and all that jazz? We are approaching the exit at which the Dairy Queen exists. Given the amount of lightning, very good possibility the power is out. That would be hilarious and ironic. And also a bit of an issue, because we have, for those curious, I have 1/8 of one tank of gasoline. The car thinks we can go another 55 miles before it just comes sputtering to a halt. So we're good for at least 70 miles, but that's not the point. Which is more than enough to get home on. I just don't want to have to get gas in the morning, frankly. That was another good one. Okay, that's too much. Still too much. Because we're slowing down. Oh, it's so pretty. It's so pretty. Why does something so destructive and so deadly have to be so pretty? That applies to a lot of things in life. Still begs the question, why? Why must pretty things be so deadly and destructive and dangerous? Why? Is it because? Or is it just happenstance? Can you tell it's past my bedtime? Because I can tell. Oh, that was a beautiful one. I just saw the bolt in the mirror. Again, happenstance. I don't think they are open. I'm judging this based on the brightness of the kitchen. And the menu board is not lit up. Well, I wanted a blizzard, dang it. Well, yeah, dang it. Well, what good is it if it's on the freeway, if it closes at 10? Well, they're not paid enough to deal with the crap they have to deal with anyway. So I'm not mad. Ooh, I just heard the thunder. And I also see a person behind me, and they're probably wondering, what the frick is this guy doing? I don't live around here. Leave me alone. Alright, but when in doubt, go to Sheets. Because I don't need one. That gift is given. Oh, that was a beautiful bolt. Y'all missed it too. Oh, sadness. I want another one. Another one. Just press the button a lot. It's bound to help. It's good for it. So that's what they were building there. I always wondered what that was going to be. Apparently that's a name I've never heard of. Alright. Oh, it's so pretty. So pretty. You know the cool thing about me recording all this is that all the ones that I sort of saw but didn't, because I was paying attention to driving the vehicular automobile, is I get to see them. Quiet you. Oh, that one was a good one. Green light, everybody loves the green light. And for those keeping score and following along at home, we are back on, blubber nuggets. No. Yeah, we're on blubber nuggets. No. Bonus points if you get that reference. We are back on Union Cross Road, which is sort of a road that we sort of started on. We started on a little side road of a little side road. But then we were on Gumtree, which tees into Union Cross here at the end of Union Cross's useful life point. So, wow, that was a big one. There's a puddle there. And it surprised me because I went to brake for the light, the stoplight, and I wasn't expecting Sir Puddle. You gonna turn green, Mr. Light? Okay, thank you. It's been nearly 2 hours. I thought this was going to take like 30 minutes. I am so not smart. The lightning is beautiful though. That one was bright. That's the thing about lightning at night, though, is it just makes them, all of them, seem brighter than they actually are. But, well, they just all seem bright because there's nothing, that they're not fighting against the contrast of the sun. But, you know, whereas during the day, you get the flash and you can more see the... Excuse me, you can see the individual bolt sort of as an object, unless so it's just an event. I don't know how to describe what I'm thinking in words that are comprehensible. Ooh, more big drops. And in case future me is watching this, yes, you do need tires and you do need windshield wipers. Somebody write that down. Which we already knew about the tires, but it's definitely confirmed my idea that I don't just need to have one. I've got one that has a little leak in it in the front right, but the tread was kind of already on the way out-ish. Like, we're not even down to the wear marks, but we're kind of getting there-ish. And I'm like, got a few thousand miles left on them. It's just time for new fronts. I know I have low fuel, but thank you for telling me and everybody else. And scaring the crap out of me, thinking that was going to be a bigger issue than it was. You know, I'm thinking that's saved for, like, check engine light or oil light. Oh, my goodness. Like, oh, no, the car has no oil pressure. Ding. Not you're low on fuel. Ding. Oh, I hope the bees ain't getting wet. There's a guy that keeps bees right there. He's got about a excuses. Now yawning is not making for a good video, but he's got about a dozen and a half beehives set up that you can see from the road. It's great coming through in the afternoon because the field is just bees everywhere. Okay, I am doing like not even 45, and I'm hydroplaning a lot. Hey, excuse. And you can tell the dew point's low out there now. Hot diggity dog, my hair stood up a little bit on that one, kids. That one was real close by. And them little tiny raindrops. You know what's great about having really bright headlights behind you? Is it's like having really wide low beams when people ride your butt. It's great. Can't look in your mirror, you'll blind yourself, but you know, mirrors are for chumps anyway. Yes, let's stop here. Yes, that seems reasonable and smart. Let's stop while all the lightning's going on. Yes, what could possibly go wrong? Oh, I know. Let's go one better. Let's go get under a big metal canopy. It's got to be metal and it's got to be a canopy so we don't get wet. Duh. Oh, has that one got a plastic hand? Nope. Okay, good. Yeah, because, you know, fuel. Well, I think that's enough excitement for one evening. This has been a nearly 2-hour video that I'm going to upload and get like 2 views on. Don't care. But that was fun. Ooh, actually, hang on. Can we get some thunder? Or are we just going to have to listen to show tunes? Ah, oh, it's so pretty. I don't want to turn the camera off, but I kind of got to turn the camera off because I need my phone. That's good thunder to end on right there.